The genesis of McKinsey transformation was that we found over the years that most transformations don't actually deliver the promise or the targets that was set upon. The data suggests that only 30% of transformations actually deliver on the targets. We looked at this and says there's got to be a better way. And so the genesis of McKinsey transformation is all around how do you flip the odds to ensure a transformation is successful and sustainable. But when we went into this, we looked at other examples where the odds effectively are flipped. You tend to see that often in private equity. You often see that in real distress, right? When there's a real burning platform. And so what we wanted to do was in the context of companies that are well performing and are about being going from good to great. How do we kind of sustainably flip those odds and ideally get to every transformation is successful? One of the things that we found over the years is that when there's a standardized approach, when there's a recipe that's based on best practices, companies do better. And what we've done over the last almost 10 years is develop a recipe or an approach to how do you go about a transformation that's based on science, it's based on data. We've now been at this for a very long time, and we're always revising and improving upon the recipe, just like any good cook would do. And we believe that the way we do that is pretty distinctive, and the results speak for themselves. The characteristics of companies that are often successful, in the context of a transformation, particularly in a good to great context, are three things. One is around execution, right? They're really good at running the place and getting things done, all the way from an idea to something that you actually see show up on the P&L or the balance sheet. One of the things that we've done is we've built effectively a benchmarking of execution practices in the context of the transformation along a set of dimensions that really cut across industries. The second thing is it's about the full potential. What we do is we look at the business like we were buying it. And so if this was a family-owned business that was about the future and took a real long-term value creation lens, what would you do? And when you look at it from the standpoint of what's really the full potential, how good could you be? Not pie in the sky, but the realistically achievable potential, the number ends up being more than double. If the target is more than double, the odds of getting to where you'd like to be goes up massively, and you have all this other money to be able to reinvest back in the business to do things that you might not have funding to do otherwise. The third thing is we're not just looking at the performance and the numbers, we're also looking at the health. So what are the things that you need to do differently to inspire everyone from the senior team down to the front line? Companies that invest in capability building are more than twice as likely to be successful in the context of the transformation. The other byproduct of that is it also really excites your people and inspires your people, because most employees feel like if the company's investing in them and in their future in a way that's portable, making them more valuable, right? They enjoy their job more and they're more loyal and they're more willing to go the extra miles. It's one of the things that we often find is companies will say, well, why can't I go do this myself? And they'll find getting help as almost as a sign of weakness. But if you think of most people who are the best at what they do, take a golfer or any professional athlete, the notion that they would try to do what they do without the benefit of coaching and data and advanced analytics is crazy. Why wouldn't you apply that same degree of science and advanced analytics to something like transformation, right? And that's what we found, right? Over the last 10 years is you actually can do that. When you actually apply some of these practices in a coordinated, sequenced way, it matters.